so. Really?
Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 55. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions taking on Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, it's been 12 of the longest months ever since Super Bowl 54 took place downstate in Miami, and the world has certainly changed an awful lot in that time. But tonight, for a few hours, we bring the focus back to the greatest spectacle the sporting world has to offer. Super Bowl 55 from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and what a matchup we have in store. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, I don't think too many folks around the NFL saw this one coming. This is a Jacksonville team that's had a lot of forgettable seasons, really since their arrival in the league. But now here they are making their first appearance on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They were close a few years ago, losing the AFC Championship game in New England. And early in their tenure, they got to an AFC Championship game. But you're right about the number of forgettable seasons. Here they are, one of four teams coming into this year. The Browns, the Texans, and the Lions, the other three, that had never played in a Super Bowl. They've taken care of that now, and now they want to win this one.
Meanwhile, it's probably a day that a lot of folks in the
Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 55.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Stafford. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
DeAndre Swift. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl. They'll run on first down. Swift, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A
So you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, it's Washington. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the
now Minshew. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. On first and goal, Washington. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. On third down, Thompson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Lions nothing.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, 68 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Got an open man. It's Washington. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On second down, Washington. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
48-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A handoff for Washington. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Julian Okwara, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
It's second down.
On second down now, it's Washington. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Washington on 3rd and short. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 8-yard line.
This is Thompson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so.
30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
Oh boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
On 1st down at Stafford. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. K'Lavon Chaisson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
Stafford.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. They juked him. Oh, good move. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's complete. He gives this one to Washington. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Right back to Washington. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Earl Thomas in on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Ridiculous with words, such a force of nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give it to Swift. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
DeAndre Swift.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Good. Makes the score Lions 14. Jaguars 10.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Staying on the ground with Washington. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and handle it a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, Swift. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 37 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 16, Minshew. And that is incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Julian Okwara, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And they're going to be set up with excellent field position to start the drive as that gets out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Here's Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Stafford going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Lions 28, Jaguars 10.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun is Minshew. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, 50 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Lions 28, Jaguars 17. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl.
17.
And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.